Hello, welcome to the very first episode of our FPL podcast, The Big Hitters. I'm Noah, and with us we've got Jake, hello,
Hello there.
and Ludo.
Hello.
So this is going to be our weekly sort of FPL surgery podcast. Do not ask us why we started in game week 13. We'll just ignore that. And let's get straight into it. Right, starting with game week 12, a review.
Yeah.
Right, so this is how Jake's team went. How was your week, Jake?
Yeah, it seemed to go pretty well. I think I got pretty lucky with Martinez keeping a clean sheet against Wolves, who were attacking pretty much the whole game. And I'm kind of disappointed about the midfield, but otherwise pretty well. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I had Martinez on the bench. So obviously I had Souček and Martinez on the bench. That was very annoying. Very disappointed in Robertson, Dallas as well, and Zuma as well. But yeah, I thought Salah and Son did quite well. Wilson again just didn't perform. But and Werner, of course, I'm thinking of getting rid of him, but
Choice.
not yet. Yeah.
Turbo Timo, wow, brilliant.
Yeah.
And finally, I think I did all right. James, Justin, and Jamie Vardy saved it at the end there.
Yeah.
Captain Salah got sneaky pen.
Yeah.
Martinez on the bench as well, but pretty good week. I'm pretty happy with that.
What are you going to do with Jota? Have you got any plans or?
Right, well, I guess that's our next topic because I've already transferred him out.
Oof.
For who?
I've saved a few funds here and I've gone for Souček.
Ooh.
Because I think, he can sit on the bench if I need to, and he can score a goal or two.
Yeah.
So I think
fair enough.
Nice cheap option. What are you guys going to do with Jota?
Well, I already transferred him out for Ward Prowse, I think. So that was last week. So that was
I transferred him out as well. I think it was last week as well, because I just didn't see him starting in this Liverpool squad. It's it's a very good squad, and it's difficult for him. So yeah.
On Ward Prowse, I'm not so sure about his fixtures because he's got Arsenal, which is now probably an easy match.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, definitely as well.
And then after that, I think he's got. Let me have a look.
Fulham. He's got Fulham.
City, it's kind of dodgy. Yeah, from City onwards.
He's got City.
I'm probably going to bring in a cheap midfielder like Pascal Grob instead. Which is
Gross is on penalties now.
Yeah,
it's good.
Yeah.
Shame about Jota though, because he was that good cheap midfielder who played, who scored.
Yeah, exactly.
But on the bright side, I think it sort of does nail down Salah and Mane's place.
Yeah.
It means they probably won't get rested.
Yeah.
Which was definitely a plus this week.
Yeah.
Right, okay, so should we move on to another hot topic? Kane and Son.
Yeah.
FPL's biggest scorers. Tough fixtures coming up. How about that?
Well, I think Liverpool have been fairly weak defensively over the past couple of game weeks. So I think they have a good chance of getting a couple of goals against them. Yeah.
Yeah, for me, well, I played him this week, but unfortunately he is out of my team. Because I think De Bruyne really appeals me. He's going to be my captain as well, and he's in good form as well. Yeah, West Brom at home, so yeah, it's a good one.
He's got a good run. Yeah.
So Son's fixtures are Liverpool away, Leicester home, Wolves away, and then they take a nice turn of Fulham, Leeds, Villa, Sheffield United. So
yeah, I was thinking of getting Son or Kane after game week 15.
Because, I'm definitely.
I'm doing quite a switch around. I'm bringing in Bamford for Vardy, which frees up the funds to replace Wilson with Kane at game week 15.
Yeah, that's a nice one.
I think after game week 16, they are must-haves.
Yeah.
Banging in the goals and assists. But I think I am going to keep Son through these tough fixtures, just because I think Tottenham are performing well, and
Yeah.
even against, as Jake said, Liverpool weak defensively, Leicester home. But I think I'll stick with him.
Yeah.
But not Kane. Okay, so for this game week, we have all chosen 2 defender differentials, with the defence being a bit interesting this week with a few fixture turns, some clean sheets going around. So let's start with Jake. Who have you gone for?
I've gone with Ogbonna and Dyer. And as you can see, Ogbonna's obviously got goal threat, 2 goals in 12 games, which is not bad for a defender. And Eric Dyer, Tottenham especially, have kept 5 clean sheets in the last 11 games, 12, 11, I don't know. And they've done, pretty well defensively. Liverpool obviously is a tough fixture, but I don't know, they might concede a goal or 2. But then after that, like you said, with Kane and Son, they've got a good run of fixtures, and I would trust Dyer. Yeah.
Nice. So Ogbonna is owned by 1.3%, so a major differential there, while Eric Dyer is owned by 4%, so 2 differentials. And Ogbonna has scored a couple of goals, which is quite impressive. And West Ham have been in really good form, so good picks there. Ludo?
Yeah, so I've also got I've got Ogbonna in my team for next week, so I'm in one of that 1.3%. But talking about my differentials, I've gone for Stuart Dallas, who's a very versatile player who has sometimes played in midfield and offers quite a few attacking threats. So you can see that goal. No assists, but gets those clean sheets as well. Obviously, Leeds aren't doing that well defensively, but against Newcastle and then Manchester United, you should probably bench him. But after that, he's got Burnley, I think. So he's got 2 really nice fixtures. And also, I've got Konza, who's scored 2 goals, just like Ogbonna, and has 10 appearances, 5 clean sheets. And I think he's been quite consistent, to be honest. And he's a very nice, cheap defender. Well, not that cheap, but he's a good option to have.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. So Dallas has got 7.3% ownership, so in the higher end of the first 10%.
Conts is also quite high, 9.5%.
Yeah. But with really good fixtures, they've got Burnley, West Brom, Palace. Those look really good for Villa.
Yeah, and for Bamford as well.
Good fixtures for both those teams there.
Yeah.
Right, okay, I'm finding me. I've gone for another Spurs defender, although it hurts me to do this as an Arsenal fan. But Spurs defender Reguilon, who I've picked for same reasons as Jake. Spurs have looked good defensively, got interesting fixtures, but certainly when they get better in game week 16, he should be keeping clean sheets there. And the reason I went for Reguilon over Dyer is the assist threat. I think he'll get the crosses in, playing at left back. So I think there's some attacking potential there as well. And I've also gone for Tariq Lamptey, who was a fantasy favourite a few weeks ago, getting assists, getting some clean sheets.
Yeah.
Sorry, 1 goal, 1 assist, 1 clean sheet. And
I'm not sure if he's going to play, though, the next couple of weeks.
He's a good player to watch.
Yeah.
And I think he's got a yellow flag. He's got a 75% chance playing. But if he plays, I think it could really pay off because they got Fulham away, Sheffield home, West Ham, Arsenal, and Wolves. So I think those are good fixtures. I reckon he could probably get goal or assist maybe.
Yeah.
And if Brighton tighten up.
If he does play, I think Fulham will be a tough game after their result against Liverpool, though. Yeah,
but I think
I brought Lamptey in, but a bit early, I think, considering his injury. But hopefully we'll deal with the Fulham threat.
Yeah, I'm sorry, you go, Noah.
Okay. I don't have Lamptey at the moment, but he's on my radar. Instead of him, I've gone for Ludo's differential, Conser.
Yeah.
But I think Lamptey's one to watch.
Yeah, I was going to say that for Lamptey, I'm very disappointed that Chelsea sold him for basically nothing, and he's really looking. He plays like a left winger, so he's so pacey, and yeah, it's a good option to have.
And it's also worth mentioning winning penalties as well counts as an assist in fantasy, and he's done that a couple of times this season as well.
Yeah,
So,
his pace hurts defenders.
So that's Reguilon on 6.2% ownership, and Lamptey on 11.1%. So slightly above differential, but still a good option, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about the topic we have every single week, which is captaincy.
Yeah.
Some decent options this week. Some hard fixtures.
Straight for Fernandes against Sheffield. I mean, he's performed away. Has he blanked away? I'm not sure. Don't think he has.
Don't think he has, no. That's really impressive.
Really strong option. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to go for De Bruyne. I've got Fernandes in my team, but De Bruyne's just he delivers every game. Obviously, against Manchester United, they were sloppy, but if you look against Fulham and against Burnley, that's 14 points and 10 points, and I captained him, so that is, he deserves to get the armband for his consistency against these, leaky teams who haven't performed really badly. Who have performed very badly. So, yeah.
And I've gone with Jake for Fernandes at the moment because I do not have De Bruyne. I do not have a single City player, and I'm proud of it. But I think Fernandes is easily the best option this week, aside from De Bruyne, because Sheffield United, awful performances recently, bottom of the league, haven't got a win yet. Bruno Fernandes hasn't blanked away from home. Easy captain, easy goal, easy assist there. Are there any other options this week that we haven't mentioned?
Vardy could be a shout again. I mean, Everton, other than against Chelsea, they've also looked pretty poor defensively. And Vardy, I think 13 points in game week 12, did pretty well, and he's been in decent form. The goal against Sheffield as well.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
The big hitters, the expensive players, Salah, Mane, Son, all got tough fixtures this week with Liverpool playing Tottenham, of course.
I think captaining a Liverpool player, attacking player, would be a big risk against Tottenham because they've been really strong defensively, 5 clean sheets so far.
Yeah.
So.
How about the other way around? Potentially Son or Kane? What do you think of that?
I think that could be a fair option, yeah.
Yeah, I think Salah against Fulham wasn't really as bright as he is. He scored a penalty, which, nearly got saved. Yeah, nearly saved it. But, I'm keeping him because he's got Crystal Palace and West Brom. So both some really nice captaincy options for the next 2 game weeks. Yeah. And I mean, this season it's getting to a point where to get a higher rank, it's a risk, but you could start captaining differentials. So, instead of, not sure, like, for example, Timo Werner, it's not a great one. It's not a great, it's a risk. It's a really big risk. I took it last game week, which, he didn't do well. But, if you want to get a higher rank, if you want to increase, then I suggest you captain somebody who is just looked underneath. He's somebody underrated who's got a good chance of scoring.
Speaking of trying to move up the ranks, I think you two do need to move up the ranks. Ludovico sitting 18th out of 21. Jake sitting 14th. Not good enough.
Yeah, I know.
I'm just getting started,
Yeah, it's Jake's first year. Fair enough. Okay, another topic we could think about is with this week's game week coming just 2 days after game week 12. Do you think there could be an issue with players getting rested? Maybe a Salah, maybe Man City players with the pep roulette.
Yeah.
Well,
You can go first, yeah.
You go, Ludo.
Okay. I mean, it's a big risk with the pep roulette. I've just got Ruben Diaz. He looks to have forged a really good partnership with John Stones, and I hope he does not get rested. But the pep roulette's very unpredictable. As I say, I brought in Walker, and he was rested after Cancelo played a whole 90 minutes of Champions League football. He still started against Fulham, was it? Yeah. So I was quite disappointed in that, but I'm taking a risk. And if he doesn't play, I've got either Timo Werner or Vestergaard, both in contention. So, yeah.
Well, I think we saw in game week 12 that I think midweek Champions League and Europa League football took a toll on the big teams because poor results, Tottenham drawing with Crystal Palace, Liverpool drawing with Fulham. But now that Jota's out, I think Salah's still going to play at least, up to 70, 80 minutes.
Yeah,
I think that Liverpool front three is pretty much set in stone now until Jota returns.
Yeah.
You can't really have Shaqiri or Minamino starting. Yeah. How about Bruno Fernandes? He got a rest in game week 11, was it? Which scared all the FPL managers.
I was really annoyed. I was really annoyed as well because then Bruno Fernandes would have been the first player since, I think, 1965 to score in 6 consecutive away matches.
He was given a rest there. Sheffield United, they might see that as an easy match. Might give him a rest considering he played against City.
Well, I think that Solskjaer will realise his mistake in resting Fernandes. I think it was against West Ham.
Yeah.
And they were losing 1-0 first half. And then when Bruno Fernandes and Rashford came on, we managed to, blitz them away. So I don't think I'll make that same mistake again. Hopefully, anyway.
Yeah, it's crazy that Man United. I'll share with you that stat that if the Premier League table, if all the matches stopped at half time, United would be in 19th. That's crazy.
Oh, yeah.
The comeback kings.
Indeed.
So I guess let's move on to our teams for game week 13, starting with me. This is my team. I'm on an 8 hit this week, hence the name, the big hitters. We like to take hits. Ludo made me promise I wouldn't talk about a certain week where he took a certain hit, so I won't mention that. But 72 is a big number. Anyway, I'm on a -8 hit. This week I have done Konza in for, who was it? It was James Justin, despite his good performance last night. I got Bamford in for Brewster. And to free up funds for that, I did obviously Jota for Souček. And I'm pretty pleased with this team. Got 2 West Ham players on the bench. I was thinking, crazy, I know, bench boost maybe, with McCarthy having a decent fixture against Arsenal, probably a clean sheet there. Souček and Kufal. Palace is pretty easy as well.
Jimmy Dunn,
what a player. Love him.
You're going to execute your master plan.
I'm not sure.
Exactly.
I'm not sure how much you've got in the bank left, but if you are going to do bench boost, I'd go for somebody, replace Jimmy Dunn, and because even if it's another -4 hit, you're still doing bench boost. So
It was just a thought at the back of my head. I don't think I will do it. And I have got 0.7 mil in the bank, so I could upgrade Jimmy Dunn to someone pretty decent.
Like Lamptey, if he plays, for example. Yeah.
But I think Jimmy Dunn's too loyal a servant in my team. So he's there for the long term. I like Jimmy Dunn. Brilliant player. Right. Let's move on to Ludo's team next.
Yeah, so obviously I'm quite happy with Martinez. Zuma might have a chance. Not expecting a clean sheet, to be honest, but perhaps a sneaky little goal. or assist. Konza, clean sheet. That should be Diaz clean sheet as well. Ogbonna, he's scored 2 goals, so you never know. But I've got a bit of a problem. I'm not sure if I should play Werner because although he has not been performing, I just have got a feeling he's just going to rack up some points against Wolves. And I'm not sure whether to replace him for Souček, which is, but Souček's, produced lots of points, especially in the last game week. He deserves to play. So I'm not sure your thoughts on that. What do you think about that?
I think Werner's due a big haul. I
Yeah.
think any game week now, he's probably going to get 2 or 3 goals.
Yeah.
And he's got a decent run of fixtures as well. So if I were you, I'd probably keep him for another couple of game weeks.
Should I start him or not?
I guess that's up to you. I don't know.
Yeah.
Personally, having watched him play, I think the signs are quite worrying because he's missing so many big chances. He's playing on the left, not in the striker position, with either Giroud or Abraham in the middle. I think it's quite worrying for Werner owners, personally.
It's you're talking with Aubameyang behind your
I'm not
back.
saying Arsenal's forwards are any better. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I guess so, but I just see it coming, and I'm not sure whether to take out Zuma for Werner, but that's risky. But I think I'm gonna stick with that team. Perhaps Souček for Werner, but yeah, that's it. Quite happy with my team as well. Welbeck is a great differential with Fulham and was it? Oh no, yeah,
I think it's
with
Sheffield
Fulham
United, isn't it?
Yeah, Fulham, Sheffield United. So good fixtures. Bamford as well, Newcastle. So should be a good week.
Interesting pick that, Welbeck. Very interesting.
Yeah.
So should we move on to Jake's team?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I've also got Martinez in goal after a good haul last week of 11 points. I'm slightly concerned defensively about Lamptey and Chilwell. Bednarek should be good for a clean sheet against Arsenal.
Thank you.
And then my midfield, hopefully, I think I've kept it the same from as last week. Hopefully it'll do a bit better with Fernandes as captain. And then up top, Wilson, hopefully he'll get a goal against Leeds. I don't think he has got a goal in the last couple of game weeks. No, he scored against Newcastle, sorry, in game week 11. But anyway, and Vardy should be all right against Everton, who are pretty poor defensively at the moment. So I'm all right with that. I think I'm all right.
What transfers have you made this week?
So I brought Lamptey in before the yellow flag came up for James Justin because firstly, Ricardo Pereira might be coming back, and secondly, fixtures don't look too great because Everton, then Tottenham and Man United all have attacking threat. I've brought in who did I bring in? Oh yes, I made a couple of transfers on the bench to free up some funds for my plan for next week. So I brought in McCarthy for Mendy and Delap for Keenan Davis because next week I'm going to bring in Konsa and then I'll have 4 Aston Villa players, which won't work.
Annoying that one that you had to waste the transfer on a 4.5 to a 4.5. Never ideal.
Yeah.
One thing I would say is your bench is looking slightly weak.
Yeah, I'm building on it. Don't worry.
Okay, I'll trust you with that one. So, and just going back to Ludo's, what transfers have you made this week?
Well, I think it was so I brought in Ogbonna for let me just check. I think it was Ogbonna for Robertson, because Liverpool defensively have been really bad this season, and Robertson 7.2, so I expect much better from him. Then I've got Dallas has gone out for Diaz, and then Wilson for Welbeck. That was it? I think so. Yeah, I'm not sure.
So you lost faith in Wilson. Interesting.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Okay, and to finish off with, we'll introduce you to our brand new award, sort of award, for who took the biggest hit this week. So we are the big hitters. We take big hits. That is what we do. So who has taken the biggest hit this week? I will start. I have taken a -8 hit. Who wants to go next?
Jake, you can go next.
I also took a -8 hit.
Cool.
Well, I took a -12 hit.
Woo! The winner, Ludo.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll work out what to do with you, Ludo. We'll either give you like a trophy made up toilet roll or something, or give you a slap on the head when we next see you.
Yeah.
We'll work it out. Anyway, so that is the end. Game week 13 is looming large. Deadline is tomorrow at, let me check what time it is.
4:30. 4:30, I think.
4:30 ahead of Tuesday's fixtures of Wolves v Chelsea and City v West Brom. Then we've also got matches on Wednesday, which is my beloved Arsenal against Southampton, Leeds Newcastle, Leicester Everton, Fulham Brighton, Liverpool Tottenham, West Ham Crystal Palace, Villa Burnley, Sheffield United and versus United. So
that's it. Yeah.
Yep. So hopefully we'll be around to do another podcast next week ahead of game week 14.
Yep.
But it's worth just saying that I have got Ludovico this week in the head-to-head league.
Yeah.
That'll be interesting.
Big match.
I've got a 4-point head start, so I'll take that.
Yeah.
And we'll be back with the results whenever we do the next podcast, which will probably be around Friday. So the fixtures coming in thick and fast around Christmas.
Yeah.
Which means our podcasts are coming thick and fast as well. The joy of you, our listeners. And with that, goodbye.
Goodbye.